Well, Bob, I like to think. I know you like to think, Dave, but like you think a little bit too much. I like to think. I just like to think. But if you thought maybe in a different way, that would kind of help us out. Right. Yes. I could definitely help you out. Okay. So first, let's just say it to them, but why, right? Because as soon as we just say but why, it goes in the darkness of eating a female. Going down on a female. Oh. The darkness. Sounds like the darkness to me. Sounds pretty good. Pretty good. Not too bad for a start of it, but why? Yeah, we can go with that. Yeah, especially we'll have them battle Pokemon trainers, right? Ah, okay. Yeah. Remember, the thing about Wanderer is ripping that head out. Just getting that head. Just grabbing that head. Right. These pictures are confusing, so what else are we doing? Well, the art of picking up something, because that's what you do, is you pick up something and it has to rise, right? So it has to rise once you pick it up, right? Oh, you mean with your finger? Yes, with your fingers you can pick up and rise something. Well, guys, I was getting a little creative, but I looked up because this one you have to look by the left of his leg to find this one, and Victoria's Secret, right? But if you go all the way up, you can find a pearl kind of thing going up there too, pearl uni kind of thing going up there. All right. Well, if you look at this picture enough, you can get rye, leg eye. The way to see leg eye is you will have to go from the legs to the right. And you will see a pair of leg, like a leg, You'll see in between the legs, right? What could go in between the legs, right? Nasty little things do go between the legs too. So there you go with that one, right? Creepy, right? Now, if you go down, the Kayuyaku boob thing is just cool to look at. Like the Kayuyaku boob, whatever thing, because Kayuyaku's always had these things, right? And you can look at this one. Now that's very, very microscopic. Consult N being a try, like it's staring at you. That's cool. So this one, you will go. Gosh, the feet. There's even sex feet in here too. The easy way to start looking at this stuff is to use the whole shiver music video kind of idea. And that's pretty much like a very easy way just to get into this, because this is going to be a very creepy video, of course. It's going to be very, the darkness video kind of thing, right? Yeah. Creepy videos, creepy, right? But if you go from the pearl legs and you go to the right, you'll get this shiver thing. Now, I'm trying my best to find the flyers, right? Cocoons, humans, all the devious things, the evil things, right? Because yes, a human would still be a pink eye in a way of what's inside the human, her, right? Okay, so you would still have that. Not to mention underwear can stretch, right? Okay. Okay. And that would be, you'd have like, if you paid attention to what I've been saying, you'd have this little shiver thing idea. Underneath the underwear is a pussy mouth. So there's that. You can get into another try if you want. Right. Because when you do look at pussy, yep, and then there's the VHS thing, and then is it pussy? Is it transgender pussy? Right. There's all kind of things that are going on with that. But like this, if you like look at the shivers right, which makes this our whole Silex thing being crazy. Silex is very, very crazy. I like the whole Silex thing though. And, we also have the grape stuff. We have the fantasy, right? But if you go up this right arm that's going down, because it has to go down for rye, right? But if you go up, then you can get into why Star Wars decided they wanted to trap a human, right, on a wall. Okay. That kind of thing, right? Now, once again, we're going to go down, okay? From this, we'll go down from the shiver arm. We're trying to just give you instructions to get to it, right? So go down. Kind of like a gel uni leg kind of thing right there, and the gel eye, which we could pay attention to the gel eye. That's fine. You could do an April O'Neil kind of eye thing, right? But then we're going to go down, okay? Mithra. See a vagina looking like this. Okay. Now you go to the right. Uh-huh. Yeah. The grower. Look how creepy the grower is. It's always good. We've seen this before, I think, too, but like it's good to see it this way. And it does look like a vagina. We don't know what kind of vagina it is, right? It looks like a vagina. The whole point is Mario 64, right? When you're watching a movie from Mario 64 movie, And then we get the cool little stairs. They have a cool little 1, 2, 3 vengeance stair thing going right here. And then one of the eyes is looking like a Rye, because Rye Shadow of Colossus. And then the thing in Splatoon, like I was looking at the spatial thing of it, right? The spatial thing of it. And this is like, okay, so this is like a dot, right? Like a dot hole. And then this is like a black leg, like Rye, right? But, okay. But we're going to get into something else on this, okay? How about the knuckles? You want to look at Wanderer's hand doing like this whole knuckles kind of thing, Wolverine knuckles kind of thing? That's kind of cool, right? Well, in Shadow of the Colossus, there is an area you can point your arrow and the spikes will rise up. And Wolverine, he rises his spikes up, right? And you got like video games that rise spikes up, right? Okay. Obstacles. And we get to the part where I'm almost done, Let's do the leg. That's fine. The leg up on Wanderer's leg. That's creepy enough. Zelda Echoes of Wisdom commercial, right? Wisdom. Let's go with I cannot wait for hover. Because Wanderer's leg is hovering, so I can't wait for 100. You know, hover. Lanky Kong on his left, because there's two of these legs he has, right? Some kind of Lanky Kong. I'd go with actually like a hand and fingers, and we could go back to the stick in your hole. Stick in your middle finger, your middle finger, and your other finger inside, right? We don't know how old these videos are, right? Right? Inside somebody, right? These adult videos. That's why I was like, if you kept it so simple, that kind of thing, keeping it simple. Okay. This one's kind of complex, but I will show you this one. This one's kind of complex. That's a BP. That is such a strange BP. I like it, though. It's very strange. Two floating humans. Okay, I could see from Mario 64. Yep, and that's why there's still a try on there. Because I'm a big Mario 64 fan and big Shadow Colossus fan, but I could see the try on the dress. Try on a dress, This is so strange looking. I like how strange this is. This is strange looking because we're still having a leg. Now, the reason we're having legs is because we're having the confusing. It's not even like spider. I don't even know what kind of thing it is because of like Midna and all this crazy stuff, right? But the thing attaches to Wanderer's head, right? So we're going to get these pair of legs, sinister pair of legs. That's still going to get us into a tri-face, okay? And Yordle just loves being evil in Ico by lifting her arm and, doing the whole armpit kind of thing. And then you have, like Rye, but we have to have the teeth because the teeth has to sink into those boobs. See what I'm saying? That's why it's so microscopic. It's because your teeth can literally, go and bite a female's nipple, right? Got the whole Baby Mario kind of idea thing with this. Now, BP's whole thing is to be just a pair of Rye legs, okay? The whole idea of flipping this thing over, there's all the sea creature ideas with this too, right? But one of my favorites is the Rye, because if you look, you're just going to look next to it. There's going to be like a Mario 64 kind of thing. And even maybe an idea, okay, maybe even just an idea of hover, which is cool. I like hover. So, pretty crazy ideas going on here, right? Right. No. No. Yeah, what Mercedes was wearing? Yeah, okay, we'll do some Mercedes wearing. That's fine. I like what Mercedes was wearing. That's fine. That's all right. That's good. We'll do that. It's kind of scary, but we'll do it. Okay, so like Mercedes is wearing something. Well, I would consider to be what, like legs. So this thing is going back to the right leg. Okay. So we get into Rye, right? And then when we look to the left, we'll get the whole Mercedes kind of thing, right? Okay, and then we're also going to look at a piece that is on here. Hold on, give me a minute with this piece. Yeah. Yeah, I like them looking like that. I do prefer them looking like that. Is that the whole thing with this J, this crazy J stuff that's going on here? W, the N, the cursive. Right, you want to get into that. That's kind of... I'm just like, which one do you want? Which one do you want? You want the... I prefer to look at it like the holes for the tries. For all the try stuff, right? The tries. Now, when it comes to the letters, there's this letter that you flip over and it becomes a J, right? Candy canes, you know. Candy canes is really messed up. I'm going to tell you what. Candy cane will always be scary. What do you think you're watching at the Super Bowl, right? Candy canes is advanced. It's very advanced. It's in the music industry, you know, Taylor Swift, right? It's very advanced. Candy canes is very good artwork. I understand the whole candy cane stuff. You know, it's just like very crazy stuff. Candy cane, there's a lot of research that goes into candy cane stuff, okay? And that's why X wears red, you know, and white and stuff like that. There's a red and white kind of concept going on. And I really like the pair of legs idea. I find it kind of creative that there's a little pair of legs idea here. I like how creative it is because, like, it's looking like a creepy creature, looking like a Mario 64 creature. And the crazy thing is, have you ever noticed, right, that this might be telling either a transgender, right, like a transgender butt, or this could be talking about, you know, the tan, right? Like how people tan their skin, but they won't tan their cheeks, their butt cheeks, right? That kind of thing, right? Could be doing that, okay? And let's go on a whole entire Dragon Ball Z pointy eye kind of thing, right? Because that's up above, right? You know, the pointy eye of Dragon Ball Z characters. Now, when you think about Dragon Ball Z characters with their pointy eyes and that, that's what you should think about. Why Vegeta was charging in Daima, why he's charging his attack, and his attack is looking like a BP attack, you know? So that's the kind of thing right there, okay? We have to have a sigil somewhere in this, okay? Like, but this sigil is looking like the playing with the butthole, like you've played with the butthole. And this is really crazy looking because is it still making something that looks like boobs? Yes. But like, you know, like the whole finger inside, right? Also, it's kind of like, you know, how people will suck on fingers, right? You know, there's a WWE, there's TNA, finger sucking, there's all kinds of crazy things, right? And then recently, let's go with is this the part where we just get to the other parts? I don't know. I mean, if you really want to look at that like a crab, you could. You could look at that like a crab, Shantae, if you want to go to his right leg, because his leg's like moving twice, right? The Linky, whatever Kong thing. You could go with the whole crab thing, getting crabs, whatever, right? You could go with that whole entire idea. Sit down, you know, because Mesmer's sitting down, right? Get yourself some crabs sitting down, right? The one tooth, yeah, Mary's one tooth. That's why I was staying in this photo. Is the one Mary tooth idea, because Mary is just amazing. Callie is amazing. You know, the one tooth idea. Yeah, Mary is really amazing because she has the one tooth. And like the thing is too, yes, a vagina can look like this. I don't know if transgender vaginas look like this, you know, but like that's the whole thing that can happen with this kind of thing. So the whole idea that they made this headset, okay? So this is to find this, you'll just go back to the right leg, you'll keep going up and you'll eventually see this shadow, right? Now, the whole explanation of this, okay, first of all, demi kids, right? Because we got witches, right? Yeah, I get into the boobs somehow, okay, for the rye, right? But this is known as also like maybe you could die from intercourse, that kind of thing, right? Relations, right? Then we have TV media talking about how two people had intercourse and they died, right? You know, yeah. Spike TV, right? And I always love these pictures of like, I'm going to go back to the darkness because I showed you the darkness to begin with, but I'm going to go back to it, right? Well, that's the thing too. Remember Fallen Star, which you can see, like the underwear is still on, which is really messed up, right? Because the underwear is still. So it's a very messed up video. That's why it's that whole viewer discretion, be advised what video you're actually watching kind of thing, There's another Mercedes thing up all the way up, and it's making a face. And we can look at this one. And this is like when I was looking up to like the left, the up of Wanderer, and it was like this leg thing, right? Okay. So it was this whole leg up in the air, but there was like it being daggered, to have the dagger. So to have like the teeth be sunken, because your teeth can sink in when you're going down on a female, right? That kind of thing, right? So that's the thing that's being about, right? Right, there you go. Oh, cool, there's the try. I was looking for the creepy try because there was this very scary Mario 64 thing that I was going to go. It's like we're doing like a relook at this thing because like I've seen something kind of like this on Wanderer. I don't even know what the heck this is. You ready for this one? This is we're going back to the pair of legs, right? But this one's actually really good to look at too because it's like some try stuff, right? And there's kind of a thing that looks like a vagina all the way up above, like a pair of legs, vagina, like a vagina making a pair of legs. Right, okay. So that's pretty scary. And that's just underneath this black mouth darkness thing I've been telling you, right? So that's underneath it. But then you're going to keep going down, okay? And then you're going to get into the confusion. We have to show you the one that's just like looking into your eyes. That's the good one. The one that's just looking at yours. Oh, look, there's a pair of legs. Well, Shiver's pretty crazy, right? Shiver just like showing uni. This is like a Mario 64 uni, but also showing you legs kind of thing, right? So this is why I was talking about the sharp eye that the Dragon Ball Z characters have and why in Dragon Ball Daima. So that's what they're all being like. So instead of being like, a little grouch or a little, little pout, just watch Dragon Ball Daima and see what's going on with Dragon Ball Daima, right? There you go with that. Instead of just being angry all the time, because being angry all the time is just kind of like, it's kind of boring. And it's just kind of like, but this thing right here, let me see with this one. Oh my gosh. Whatever with that dang anime character, right? This is a whole 1-2 kind of thing, but like not even anime, maybe just Adventure Times. Like Adventure Times, but there's also the other one, what I'm talking about. There's like many of them, right? Okay, so there's a cool little try staring thing, okay? Show me some leg, get creepy stared at. We could go with that one. That's fine. And just be like a BPI. Because it's stuff you can pick from your eye, your actual human eye. But we could. That's just really creepy. But I like what I did see because this is just going back to the whole tan thing, right? It's going back to that. But like, what I want you to see is there it is. There's okay. So you're gonna look in between the legs, and that'll give you your eye, and there'll be like another eye to the side. And it'll be a mouth. For Mario 64 stuff, okay? It looks like it's giving you the middle finger too, which I understand the middle finger concept. And then there's kind of like a whatever crazy penis looking thing. And if you've played Dark Souls and Elden Ring games, right? Okay. But there's also a G string idea right here too, because Shiver is a G string, right? So there's also like a G string kind of idea that's going on here, right? Because the G string's gotta have to ride the dick, and that kind of stuff and whatever, right? The darkness, right? Go inside, right? But let's go with the because this stuff gets confusing, But let's go with the okay. We have an H in here, okay. We have an H and an N, okay. And we already know about Consult M, so clothing ideas, right? The clothing store, right? And just because they put N there, right? Okay, we have the Z A. If this H was together, right? If it put itself together, it's the whole thing with Silux. Silux is very scary. So okay, so if this H put its top gold together, right? It would be able to make A, and then we have Pokemon ZA, right? So if it was just able to do that, though, it has to be able to do that, okay? And no more heroes. No more heroes 4. The 4th, no more heroes. Metroid Prime 4. And skin attachment. Yeah, you can get that sticky stuff. Yeah, I don't know. The sticky stuff being pulled off. Yeah, like being pulled off the head. I don't know. That sounds painful, right? That sounds very painful. That sounds pretty crazy. I think I like the humans idea because I'm a Shadow of Colossus also, so. When you're trying to take those pants, ladies, off your butt, right? Like, there's certain adult stars maybe to look at too, like when you're just pulling your pants down, right? Maybe you're just going into the bathroom, right? Or maybe you're pulling your pants down, right? All right, and then there's the stripper outfits, right? And then there's which is most likely what we're getting to, because you see, we have to get to paint somehow with Shadow of Colossus, like body paint, and we have to get to skin tight clothes, right? We have to get to Panic at the Disco. And Claw. Because when you do Claw, you can make a pair of legs, okay. Gotta pick up Wanderer's Head. Now, the reason in this game they have this creepy thing of picking up Wanderer's Head is to easily get into the tries of Mario 64. And also, Zelda has wisdom, right? Oh. It's kind of crazy, too. Look at that. That's not too bad. That's pretty crazy. That's why you want to flip the camera over. Okay. Grabbing underwear with your teeth or licking the underwear, right? So that's exactly what you should think about with windows, right? Now in Shadow of Colossus, there is a window, by the way. This game is so crazy, man. Can you imagine that you have like a tutorial right now of something? Don't know what you do with it, but you have a tutorial of, right? No, yeah, looking at that, you flip it over. I'm just trying to look at it like it's looking like boobs and underwear. Trying to understand what the heck the idea is of this one. Boils on your skin from STDs, maybe. Is it really just that simple? The blue vagina. I mean, Gariam's gloves, just really good glove stuff, Have that sword disappear from the darkness, so eventually when you play Shadow of the Colossus, have the darkness of his sword disappear. Get into some creepy Crow Mario 64 vagina stuff, right? But he's just gonna, go there, lift his arm in the air, disappear sword. And white cream pie, Gariam's, right? So Gariam goes from slow, turns into rye, right? His eyes are, that's the funny part too. His eyes are still white, right? The H, Sharp teeth Gariam, Yeah, well, we always wanted to know what he was doing to Princess Zelda and why Princess Zelda was screaming, right? Oh, there's the Coco. Underwear Coco. That's going all the way back to the shiver thing. Stick out your long tongue. That's right, Gariam. Stick out your long tongue in hopes that they see this picture. Right. Just stick out the tongue. So that's Intergalactic. All right. That's that PlayStation 5 Intergalactic game. Just what I figured, But, like you kind of have like in your head where you're just like, I don't think it would get this creepy. But, right? I don't see it getting this scary. In general, when you're looking at Intergalactic, though, you got the pink hair, so you got the Shin Megami Tensei. You got the flying in the ship. You got Star Fox, right? So floating stuff in space have a floating face. Okay. Your boobs float in air. Your boobs float in air. Here, Mercedes, wear a uniform. Your boobs float in air. Oh gosh, there's the pasties. I got you. There's the pasties. I just didn't want to look at it like a pasty, though. I didn't want to look at it like a pacifier or like a pasty. I kind of wanted to look at it like something else, but okay. You're the WWE champion and you're going to show me some pasties, so. The WWE champion.